Hey guys, how do you find a chiropractor that's right for you? I mentioned in my last video that when I was looking to go to chiropractic school, I visited several chiropractic offices to find out exactly what chiropractors do. And there was a wide variety in the ways that these chiropractors practiced. But there was a way that one of the chiropractors practiced that made absolute sense to me. And I was like, that's what I want to do. It's called the Gonstead System. I've been in practice for 27 years and it's still the system I use to help my patients. And you're going to learn all about it today in this video. So why did the Gonstead System make so much sense to me? Well, when I was an undergrad, my degree was in biochemistry and molecular biology, so very heavily science-based. When the chiropractor I visited, Dr. John Thatcher, explained to me the system Gonstead uses to figure out what the patient's problem is and how to correct it, it just made sense. The patient's symptoms, the objective findings in the chiropractic exam, the findings on the x-ray, all have to correlate before an adjustment is made. Again, it just makes sense to take all the available information to figure out what the specific problem is before correcting it. This is one of the things that makes Gonstead Chiropractic so unique. It's not just an adjustment technique. It's a system of analyzing the patient to figure out the specific adjustment that that person needs. Now, there are 5 key components to the Gonstead system. The first is visualization, which is looking at the patient's posture, their gait, the subtle changes in the skin or muscle tone to identify structural imbalances such as shoulder or hip height. The second component is instrumentation. Gonstead chiropractors use a heat sensing device such as the nervoscope or delta T, which is run along the spine to detect subtle temperature differentials, which indicate inflammation and nerve irritation at specific vertebral levels. The third component is palpation, which includes both static palpation and motion palpation. Static palpation is a hands-on exam that checks for tenderness, swelling, and abnormal tightness in the surrounding tissues while the patient is stationary. Motion palpation is where the chiropractor feels the motion of the spine to determine which vertebrae are moving and which vertebrae are fixated or stuck and in what position. The fourth component is the full spine x-ray, which is taken while the patient is standing to show the spine under weight-bearing conditions. We take AP and lateral full spine x-rays, which is a back view and a side view, and these x-rays are analyzed using specialized line markings to confirm the exact position of the misalignments in the spine and the pelvis. We can also see the condition of the spine, which tells us whether it's an acute or chronic condition. Along with the scope, the full spine x-ray really differentiates Gonstead Chiropractic. So if you're wondering, does my chiropractor use the Gonstead system? Well, the use of the scope and the full spine x-ray should give you a clue in answering your question. The fifth component of the Gonstead system is case management or symptomatology. This takes into account the patient's symptoms or health issues, which can also give us a clue where the patient's spinal problem is, based on the knowledge of the nervous system. To bring it all together, by correlating all 5 steps of the system, the Gonstead chiropractor can pinpoint the specific vertebra that require correction. This meticulous approach ensures that the adjustment is highly targeted and based on verifiable physical evidence rather than just on the patient's symptoms. One question I get is, do I have to use all 5 of the components in order to adjust a patient? And the answer is no. There are situations where I can't use all 5 of the components. One example of these would be a pregnant patient where we can't take x-rays. And I see a lot of expecting moms, and chiropractic care is a huge part of a healthy pregnancy. The great thing is I have 4 other components to use along with specialized pregnancy protocols. Infants and children also fall into this category. I don't have a specific age at which I start taking x-rays. It just depends on the situation to determine the necessity. Now, there's so much more to the Gonstead system, but hopefully this will give you a baseline idea about what Gonstead Chiropractic is. Now, if you're looking to find a Gonstead chiropractor and it's too much of a trek to travel to Y Wellness in Plymouth, Minnesota, I will leave a link in the description box to gonstead.com where you can use their directory to find a Gonstead chiropractor near you. I invite you to like this video and share it with others who may be interested in Gonstead Chiropractic. And I also invite you to subscribe to this channel so you can find out more about how chiropractic can help you and the ones you love. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.